am going to show off a fantastic chronograph that is not only half price, there's only 50 of them made in the world. Let's get into it! Yes, and welcome to the Mad Watch Collector Show. And today, I've got a rather special watch to show off. Now, only a couple of weeks ago, I've been trying to review for over 2 years, and that was the Nivada Grenchen Swiss manual wind chronograph from a brand that is celebrating their 100th year this year. That watch was inspired by one they made back in 1962, I think. It's quite iconic for the brand, and as I thought I would, yes, I absolutely loved it. But I know for many of you out there, £2,000 is a little bit too pricey. But if you go on the Nivada Grenchen website, you will see that they offer chronograph watches with the same hardware, but the watches house a Mecca quartz movement. So non-Swiss, but it harnesses high accuracy battery-powered quartz movements with a mechanical module for the chronograph feature. Now, not only does it take the price of these watches down over half, but it also means you can get a slimmer down version of this watch. Now, after my review of that chronograph, I was contacted by watchmaker and jeweler Wallace Allen, an authorised dealer of Nivada Grenchen, who are based in Ayr, Scotland. Now, their relationship has got so good, Nivada Grenchen deemed it appropriate to do a limited edition collaboration, and I think they may be the only authorised dealer, certainly in the UK, that have had this opportunity. Now, I think the look of this watch is fantastic. It has all those vintage inspirations, but the colour palette of this watch is nothing like you can buy on the Nivada Grenchen website. Plus, like the Chronomaster I reviewed a couple of weeks ago, this comes with a 5 detachable bezel kit. Exciting stuff, isn't it? Disclaimer. Yes, thank you. This watch was sent to me by Wallace Allen and I don't have to send it back. So without further ado, let's show you the watch, tell you what my wife thinks at the end, and let's get back on the Nivada Grenchen horse. Are you Chronoking ready? Let's go. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is the Nivada Grenchen Wallace Allen Chronoking Mecca quartz. And I think this may be the first Mecca quartz I've ever had on the channel. But do you see why I wanted to show this off? Does this look like a handsome watch or what? Now, the Chronoking is based on a chronograph Nivada Grenchen made back in the 1970s, but this is certainly a modernized revamping of a very classical sized and classical designed chronograph. Now, I've got both watches here together, and I have to say that the quality of the case, the finishing, the brushing, the bezels, the crown, the pushers, everything to me looks and feels the same. I love the small thin lugs on these watches. I love the big crown and the big pushers. Very 60s to me, but really love the colours of this watch and the overall texturing on the dial. And first impressions, it's a sweet one, isn't it? Quick spec check. So like the Chronomaster, we have a 38.5mm diameter case. It's 46.5mm lug to lug with a 20mm lug width, but the key measurement is the thickness. This is only 13.4mm thick, and that is to do with the movements, right? Now, bringing that thickness down will make it look more slimmer on your wrist, won't make it look too head heavy if you've got it on a bracelet. So a few positives there. We have a domed sapphire glass protecting the dial. The crown is not screw in, but we have a screw down case back that makes this watch 100 meters water resistant. Now let's talk about the bezel, because with this limited edition, you get a 5 bezel pack. Like the Chronomaster I reviewed, you can take these bezels off and change them over, effectively having a different watch for 5 days of the week. And it's amazing how different the watch does look with each bezel. Personally, I prefer this light blue with the dark blue inner ring. I just haven't seen that done anywhere before, and I think it looks awesome. Notice that these are GMT bezels. Their function is to track another time zone, but notice we have air on these bezels as a big nod to where Wallace Allen are based. That's a really cool touch. Something that no other Nivada Grenchen is going to have. So if you've got Scottish roots, it's a good one for you. The bezel is friction based. You can go in either direction. It's not gritty in any way. And I think the insert may be sapphire, but it makes the colours pop out a bit more. Now with this limited edition, you get this watch on a beads of rice bracelet. We've got solid end links, polished rice parts, double deployant pusher, milled clasp. There are no on-the-fly micro adjustments, but we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 micro adjustment holes on the clasp. Also, what comes with this watch is the rubber tropic strap, and I think that's going to give it a more modern look as well. That strap is beautiful, by the way. Highly recommend it, even if you don't own a Nivada Grenchen watch.
Could you just click that like button, please? It really helps the channel. Thank you.
Okay, let's look at the face.
Dial time.
And this is where we leave the 1960s and shoot on up to 2026. First of all, we have this almost glossy sandpaper base. I love the embossing of the logo. It's not applied, doesn't seem like it anyway. Love the minute track going along the outside of the dial, and I really do love those sunken in sub-dials. They have their own pattern to them, concentric circles with their own little blued hands. And the actual hands themselves, they are very simple baton style, the kind you'd love on a busy dial, to be fair. It's just a very tastefully done modern interpretation of a vintagey watch. So we've got lume on the hands, lume on the hour markers. Out of 10, how much does this puppy glow? Okay, so not fantastic. I like the fact they used BGW9 because I think it goes so well with the overall blue of this watch. Powering this beauty is a TMI VK63. As I said, Mecca quartz. The battery in here is going to last you around 3 years, depending on how much you use the chronograph function, but it's going to be accurate to around 15 seconds a month, which is something no mechanical movement Nivada Grenchen uses in any other watch can get anywhere near that level. Now, when you say Mecca quartz or even quartz, people tend to get a little bit nervy and a little bit worried about the practicality of using one of these watches. I have to say that moving the hands around, it feels very tight. It feels exactly like a mechanical movement. Obviously, there's no hand winding, but we do have hacking. And when it comes to the chronograph function, it's actually a good engaged sound. It's not bad. Easy to use.
Hello.
On my 6.5-inch wrist, and I really do love this. I love how much of a modern take it has on a sort of vintage base. I love the blues. Maybe not the most legible chronograph you can buy, with the subdial hands being like a darkish blue. At some angles, you may not be able to read it brilliantly, but I think where you're lacking that legibility, you gain in looks. I do really like it on the beads of rice bracelet, but I think I like it just as much on the FKM rubber strap. It's a hugely refined looking quartz watch. You can just whip out of the watch box and slap it on your wrist and go out without even checking the time to make sure it's right. And I absolutely love the interchangeable bezels. We know the feeling, don't we? We can all get quite bored of our watch collection, no matter what size it is. So to have a watch where you can almost change the look of it 5 times over, well, I think that's great, not only for the variety is the spice of life, but great for the wallet. Now, as I said at the start, there are only 50 of these made with the beads of rice bracelet and the tropic strap and the 5 bezel kit. This watch is going to come to £820. Now, when you look on the Nivada Grenchen website, you can see that a regular Chronoking with a Mecca quartz movement on the beads of rice bracelet only is going to cost £760. So to get a watch that only 49 other people can own from a brand that are celebrating their 100th year in 2026, I think that is quite attractive. So here we go, my wife's opinion of the Nivada Grenchen Wallace Allen collaboration Chronoking. Whoa! I don't mind this. It's giving me nighttime vibes. You can't read it brilliantly, but I do like the colours. It's better than most things you show me. If ever there's a reason to buy one now, it's the wife's review, eh? Thank you so much to Wallace Allen for sending this watch in to me, and for Nivada Grenchen, and to Nivada Grenchen for making this collaboration with them. As I said, I think they're the only authorized dealer to get this special treatment and to own one of only 50 of these that are going to be around in the world. Get on the Wallace Allen website in the description below and go get yourself a very exclusive watch for not too much money. Thank you so much for watching till the end. If you want a bit more of the Mad Watch Collector channel, we got a Patreon now. See the shows early, blooper reels, behind the scene content, private group chat, and get your name credited at the end of every show like this phenomenal lot. But if I've got you here for a few more minutes, and I think I have, haven't I? Why don't you go check this one out? Oh, yes. I'll tell you what, I might go and click on it myself. Go on. Take a look at the Chrono Master. You will love it. I've got a watch on. Crikey. Go on, click it. Oh, it's this watch. Go on. Take a look at this review. You'll love it. Go on. Click it. Click it!